Why be a hero when you can be a vigilante? I want you to sit down and ask yourself that question. And while you're at it, let me introduce you to My Hero Academia Vigilantes, or for some of you, My Hero Academia Illegals, written by Hideyoki Furuhashi, illustrated by Betancourt, approved by Koichi, and enjoyed by Mist. That's me! My Hero Academia Vigilantes is not your everyday superhero manga. No, it isn't. I'm not saying it's nothing like My Hero Academia, but what I am saying is that it is unique in its own way. Vigilantes has all the elements of a superhero story, which are a main character that aspires to be a hero, a mentor, a girl that likes the protagonist but the protagonist is oblivious, a life-changing moment, an enemy turned friend, and a crazy antagonist. Vigilantes takes place a few years after All Might vs. All for One, and just before the introduction of Izuku Midoriya's story. Vigilantes follows the life of Koichi Himawari, aka Mr. Nice Guy, who has the quirk Slide and Glide. His quirk allows him to slide over plane surfaces by emitting a repelling force from his hands and feet, allowing him to glide just off said surfaces. He can move in any direction, including backwards. Young Koichi had a dream to become a licensed hero, but sadly he wasn't able to fulfill this dream of his because on the day of his hero exam, he had saved a little child from drowning, which in turn made him late for his hero exam. Though he wasn't able to become the hero he wanted to be, he still sought out to do good in the residents of Naruhata, so he would often pick up trash, aid the elderly, and give people directions. Due to all the nice things he was doing for the community, he ended up getting the name Nice Guy given to him by the people of Naruhata. One evening, as Koichi was out patrolling the neighborhood, he came across a group of ruffians trying to manhandle local celebrity Popstep. Koichi, being the good-natured character that he is, tried to help Popstep but failed miserably. But luckily for him, there was someone watching from above, and this someone is a force not to be reckoned with. This someone is Batman, I mean Knuckle Duster, the geezer with an attitude. It was on that very night that Koichi Himawari's life would change forever. That evening which Koichi, Knuckle Duster and Popstep had met each other marked a new beginning in the lives of all three individuals. Knuckle Duster would end up training Koichi and teaching him the ropes of being a hero. Popstep would grow in terms of popularity and musical ability. Her feelings for Koichi would grow as well, and Koichi would end up becoming a hero. Not a legally licensed hero, but a hero nonetheless. And of course, this all caused the plot of the story to thicken, as we would later find out that there was a quirk boost drug that turns people into instant villains that was being passed around, and it's somehow linked to the life of the old geezer. And like every hero story, someone close to the protagonist had to either leave the protagonist or somehow switch up on them. That's pretty much the plot without spoilers. If you want to know more, then be sure to read the manga. Honestly, Vigilantes does have a lot of characters in it, most of them being characters from the main series, My Hero Academia, and some being new characters. Koichi, I'm sure you figured by now, is the protagonist. He's selfless, brave, oblivious, and is willing to put his life on the line to protect others. Popstep is a local celebrity. She has a crush on our protagonist, and she's mean, straightforward, knows what she wants, and is shy from time to time. Knuckle Dust, on the other hand, is your typical hero mentor. He loves a good fight, he works in the shadows, he doesn't obey the law, and he has a whole lot of secrets. The one thing that Vigilantes does exceptionally well is that it gives characters a backstory, a drive, and spotlight. While not every single character you come across in the manga has a backstory, but they do however get some shine, which in turn helps out with the plot. And honestly, that is one thing I love the most about this manga. The author Furuhashi Hideyoki is able to explore characters and give them meaning as to why they are the way they are. Characters like Koichi, Pop, Knuckle Duster, Mirko, Prison Mike, Shota Aizawa, Midnight, Ingnium, Stain, yes, the one and only Stain, and other characters are given backstories, and we as the audience are able to see what makes them different from other characters and why they are the way they are. And honestly, I love it. And to top it off, we see some heroes at their prime, like All Might and Endeavour, but mostly Endeavour. In Vigilantes, Endeavour is reckless, but besides that, his true power, his leadership skills, and his strong iron will are constantly being shown throughout the manga, and that is just amazing. Because it's not just Endeavour getting some major character appreciation, but even Fat Gum, Edgeshot, and all the other characters that we know, love, and don't really care about are truly showing us why they are the best of the best. Like, who would have thought Shota Aizawa would actually have a heart? And as an Aizawa fan, I am more than thankful to see his backstory and how he rose up to become a hero. And I don't think I say this enough, but Aizawa is highly underrated. The main villain of the manga is 6, and he's not your typical villain. No, he's not. This villain right here is a sadistic madman that is willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. And the best part is that he doesn't have a tragic backstory. And that's great to see, because this is different from your typical villain. If you're looking for a villain that has a plan and sticks to it, then he's your guy. If you're looking for a villain that wants to have some fun and watch the world burn, then he's your guy. Although the villain of the manga has a powerful quirk and is amazing in his own right, he lacks experience and often lets his ego get the best of him, and sadly, like most villains in the world of My Hero Academia, he's probably being controlled by the infamous All for One. In my opinion, I think My Hero Academia Vigilantes is a great manga, and you are bound to fall in love with the manga and its characters. This manga offers so much to the reader, and it's not just focused on the main character. We get to see the world of heroes and villains like never before. We get to see many of our questions answered. The art is amazing. Betancourt does an amazing job with the art in the manga, and the characters are all different. I'll admit, there are some things that I don't like about the manga, like how the main villain is somewhat like a teenager that has been granted an amazing power, but is just unaware on how to use it efficiently. And another thing I don't like is how he constantly has an identity crisis, and at times is not really sure of what he wants. But hey, nothing is perfect apparently. But what makes this manga great is that it does each and every character in the manga justice. It shows us the different sides of each character, from their work life to their social life to their personal life, and it fills in all the blanks that My Hero Academia left. And the character development in this manga is more than noticeable. Like I mentioned earlier, even the main man Stain appears in the manga. From all that I've read and seen, I can gladly say Vigilantes plays a huge role in the world of My Hero Academia. In conclusion, if you haven't read Vigilantes, then you're missing out, because this is a hero tale like no other. Even though we know the end result of the manga keeps on releasing breathtaking chapters that make you wonder. Like dude, even Koichi loves it. And don't just take it from me, there are others in the world that believe that My Hero Academia Vigilantes is a great read. Just look for yourself. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like Vigilantes and you want to connect with me, and follow me on Twitter at ThatGuyMist. I love to hear what others have to say about anime, manga, and anything really. Till next time, I'm Mist, and like I always say, what you know about anime? Boing!